Oh, we've got a good one today. We're going to talk about why so many agents struggle with their own self esteem. More importantly, what you can do to fix it. First step is admitting that you have a problem, right? Second step is going to be why in the heck is this happening to me? Why do I feel the way I do? Why don't I have the confidence or self esteem that I need to move forward within my real estate business? I want to talk about that today. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your real estate business. Our topic today is the struggling issue that I see so many agents have with self esteem. Let me tell you something. The number one killer of self esteem, what do you think it is? What do you think is the number one killer of self esteem? It's making promises to yourself that you don't keep because you start to think a lot less of yourself. You're going to lose weight. You're finally going to exercise. You're going to wake up earlier. You're going to get focused. You're going to quit wasting your time on all the things that you should not be doing. And what happens is if we make those promises to ourselves and we don't uphold that, promise that we've had, it starts to lower our quality of thoughts as to who we are, what we'll stick with, who we are as a person. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a friend that says, I'll be over to your house at 7 o'clock. We're going to dinner tonight. And then 7 o'clock rolls around, and not only are they not there, but they're not answering your calls. They're not answering your texts. Then you start to get worried. Then it's 7:30. Sorry, man, I got busy. I'm not going to be able to do tonight. Okay, stuff happens. Let's do 7 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, no problem. 7 o'clock tomorrow rolls around. Still not here. 6:50, you get a text message. Hey, man, I'm so tied up. I'm not going to be able to make it. Let's do tomorrow. 7 o'clock again. 7 o'clock rolls around, still not here. You're starting to think this guy's a piece of shit. He doesn't honor his own commitments. He's actually a bad friend because he's telling me we're going to do these things and then he lets me down. Well, what if you're doing that to yourself? Don't you think that self-talk is going to do exactly the same for you? I mean, imagine you know how good it feels. Like you do a workout, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel great. I feel great for the day. This is amazing. And then you start to fall back into the rut. You get all your marketing organized. Oh my gosh, this is great. This is awesome. I'm getting some results from this. And then you fall right back into the rut. What happens is we're not upholding the promises we keep to ourselves. And that's the number one killer of self-esteem. I see it in real estate agents all the time. So then what happens is, well, I believe that stuff will work, but it won't work for me. I believe that's working for other agents, but I'll never do it. I believe that agent has the discipline that they need, but I'll never be able to stick to that. You'll never say it out loud and you'll never think that, but subconsciously, you know that's what the problem is. You're not going to do what you're supposed to do. Why get involved? Why use it? Why join the gym? You know better. You know why you don't join the gym because you ain't going to do. Do you know that you need it? Do you agree you'll live longer? Do you agree it'll keep you from having a heart attack? You'll feel better. You'll look better. You'll stop pulling on your damn clothes every time you go out because your clothes don't fit you right. You got to keep pulling everything down because everything keeps sliding up because I got all this blubber under here. And you know that's going to work, but you know you won't do the work. So subconsciously, you've hurt your own self-esteem over continuously breaking the promises you make for yourself. You got to be disciplined. You got to be an asshole with yourself. This is what's going to get done. No more excuses. What do you mean you're tired? You're tired because of this. You're tired because you don't have this. You're tired because you're not sleeping well because your business is not good. That's what you have to be honest about when it comes to your real estate business. And if we get that part right, we're going to be in a much, much better position. So I think you'll find as you start to implement this and you start to look at your own self-esteem and what you're trying to create for results for yourself, it takes off from there. You stick to your promises. Your self-esteem starts to go up because you are getting the results that you're looking for. I want the best for you. I know you want the best for you, but sometimes you're your own worst enemy. I've been in a room of 1,000 real estate agents and I've asked them, who do you think is your number one enemy? Is it your competition? Is it NAR? Is it Zillow? Is it all this stuff everybody blame? Is it interest rates? Is it the government? Is it politicians? You are your own worst enemy. You could accomplish a lot more if you could stick to the promises that you make for yourself. So I want you to think through that today. What are some of the promises you make to yourself that you don't actually commit to, that you don't stick with? Much like a New Year's resolution, you go to the gym on January 1st, you can't get a treadmill. just go January 4th. You'll be fine. January 10th, ghost town, because people don't stick to, like, they're at McDonald's instead of the gym. They still get in their car. They just drive to the buffet. They don't drive to the gym anymore. People do not stick with their commitments. Well, the same is true in the professional world, right? So anything that you're doing from a discipline perspective when it comes to your marketing, the videos that you're doing, the sales letters that you're sending out, the postcards you're utilizing, any Facebook ads you're running, are you disciplined enough to do this on a consistent basis and to consistently earn the kind of money that you need to make? You want to boost your self-esteem? Very simple. You don't need results. You just need to follow through on the promises you make for yourself. I think you'll find that will make a big difference for you. This week, we've been doing a little bit of mindset here on our morning meetings. As you know, usually I'm showing you marketing campaigns and ads that are working and, you know, what you should be doing, the niches you should be working, that type of thing. So hopefully you are following the channel and you ring the bell here to turn on notifications so you can get the morning meeting on a consistent basis. But I wanted to get through some of this mindset stuff as we jump back into, here's the marketing piece that's working. Here's the script that's working. Here's how we're converting people without calling them on the phone because they don't want you to call them on the phone. A lot of that stuff we're going through, and you can check the videos in our page here. Go to our page and just click on videos. You'll see all of these topics, hundreds and hundreds. I meet with my agents every day. Every day I'm giving you information. So I want you to follow that yourself. Check out the video description box down here. There's a whole bunch of links that will help you. But don't make a promise to yourself that you're not going to keep. And worse, if that has happened to you over the years, now you don't make promises to yourself because you know you won't do it. You failed. You're not failing. You already failed. You have failed yourself because you don't make promises because you're like, internally. Now, again, you won't even think this. You just know it subconsciously. You'll never physically think these words. I'm not going to do it. I know I should, but I'm not going to do it. I know me. These are the things that you know internally. I'm not going to commit to that because I won't use it. I won't do it. It's like buying a new exercise machine, right? Well, looks like it works. I can see it works for everybody else. Won't work for me. The only way you'll ever sell an exercise machine is if you have a money-back guarantee that they can return it if they don't like it. But the only way you'll ever keep them having that exercise machine is if it folds up and goes under the bed. That's the only way you can sell exercise machines. It has to work, but it also has to fold up and go under the bed where they can't see it. If it's too big and it stays out in the open, they're sending that shit back because they didn't use it. You got to hide it from them if you want them to keep your product. Isn't that sad? Like, that's kind of where everything is these days. People don't honor the commitments they make to themselves, let alone to others. So let me assure you today, what's happening in your real estate business, what's happening in your finances, what's happening in your debt, what's happening with your retirement accounts, however long you're going to need to stay licensed in order to get to that number you need in order to retire, all of that has nothing to do with interest rates, with the public, with the government, with mortgage, with home prices, none of that. It has to do with your own self-esteem, and nobody can affect that positively or negatively. If you've been in an abusive relationship, that can't mess up your self-esteem because it's self-esteem. It's what you believe about yourself. You know how you can believe more about yourself? Accomplish more. Prove to yourself that you're winning. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Do you agree this is probably true for most, that we are our own worst enemies? Do you agree if you can get a couple of big wins, life is going to look a whole lot better for you? And you'll start to believe, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. When I say I'm going to show up, I show up. If I say 7 o'clock, I'm there at 7 o'clock. That's what it takes for self-esteem. You don't show up at 7:02, you failed. You damn sure don't cancel or reschedule or procrastinate. You are going to affect your self-esteem if that's how you handle your life. I'm Greg Luther. I'm so honored to have you watching. Can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. We'll talk soon. Share this with a friend. Share this with a spouse. Hit the share button below or just copy and paste it here. Let's get you making more money as a real estate agent. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye for now.